If you're a real estate investor trying to buy properties off market, I have a brand new hidden competitive advantage for you. Let me show you. My name is Ryan Dossey, and I've been in the direct-to-seller real estate investment and brokerage space for the better part of 10 plus years. Now, I've personally spent over $1 million of my own capital on advertising, and I've deployed tens of millions of dollars in cash into marketing for other investors and agents all around the country. So we've learned a few things about how to find off-market deals. One of the things I've realized in marketing is that if we want different results than what everybody else is getting, we've got to do something differently. Now, during the 2019, 2020, 2021 era, we started to notice that our call for a cash offer angle was generating fewer and fewer responses. In sellers' minds, cash had become synonymous with basically, do you want me to lowball you? Which, spoiler alert, the answer is no. So we've had really good results testing other calls to action. Things like sell your house without paying any realtor fees, or I'll buy your house as is, or you don't have to clean anything out. One of the things we came up with at Ballpoint Marketing are sequences that rotate through different motivations somebody might want to sell, from downsizing to hoarder type situations. One thing that's interesting is people tend to call off of the postcard that clicks with their situation. Most of my seniors were calling off of the downsizing or sell your house without updating it sort of angles, whereas my hoarders would call me on the ones that were like, take what you want, leave what you don't. We just came up with a brand new angle that nobody else is offering. They're probably going to rip us off, but nobody is currently offering it yet. And that is sell me your house and I will pay for your move. This came off of my last house I just bought back on Monday, where the seller hustled me out of some boxes. We agreed on price and he was like, yeah, but I'm going to need some boxes. How am I supposed to pack up all this stuff? So we agreed on a certain number of boxes. Then he didn't sign the contract. I called him back and he was like, I need 100 boxes. I was like, I'm not going to send you 100 boxes, but I will do 70. Hustled me out of about $400 worth of boxes, but it got me thinking. This gentleman's biggest barrier was, if I sell my house, how do I move? I actually had to delay putting that YouTube video out because we didn't have keys yet. He was still in the property, still loading the U-Haul. It took him longer than he thought it would, and we even had to push back closing because there was no way he was going to have all of his stuff out in time. Now, I know what you're thinking, like, isn't paying for movers super expensive? Or I don't really know that I want to do that. Well, I'm going to show you how to utilize this marketing piece in a way that's no cost or very low cost to you. So here is the physical product at ballpointmarketing.com. It's we'll pay for your move when we buy your house. Local moves only, call for details. That call for details is you can decide what you want this offer to look like. Is this full white glove? We will pack your house, move everything, unpack your house, and haul away all the trash. My wife and I have had several military moves, and that's how they do it for us. And I can tell you we're spoiled. Our last move we had was local, and I paid for movers because I've gotten used to it. Or you can choose to do something a little bit more affordable, which I'll show you in a second. Now, one thing with these, competitors tend to rip off our products and offer a printed version because they're cheaper. They often also use super flimsy paper and bad quality ink and all that. So we're just going to beat them to the punch. This is the first product we're offering on Ballpoint Marketing that you can get just straight printed for the best price possible. If you want handwriting on it, which I typically believe works better, you're free to do that. But if you're on a budget and really want to get out as many cards as possible for the best cost per piece as possible, you can just do these straight printed. So you send these out, you get a seller that calls you back and they say, yeah, I want you to buy my house and I'm definitely going to take you up on paying for the move. How does this work? So this is where you're going to want to do a little bit of research. According to my friends over at move.org, the average local move costs under $2,000. On average, it's $1,500 for full white glove service. So all we would simply do is we're going to reduce our offer by that actual cost. Now, for a lot of sellers, they're going to be willing to take a couple grand less if they don't have to deal with any of this stuff. If you're wanting to go a little bit more budget than that, you can literally just Groupon it. If you look even at like San Diego, where I live, you can get a couple guys in a truck for several hours for like very little money. We do San Diego, California. My recommendation would be like, you want to establish a relationship with a mover that you're going to use regularly. But if we just punch in here, movers in San Diego, which is one of the more expensive markets in the country. Let's see here. We've got 3 or 4 hours of moving services with 2 guys in a truck for $119. All right. Well, you ask them for a couple more hours, and for the average seller, that's going to go a very, very long way. So what sort of lists would I target with this offer? I'm going to focus on properties that are probably owner occupied or absentee and vacant. I don't think the average landlord is going to be like, oh yeah, I want you to pay for my tenant's move. But this is going to work great with things like seniors or people that have a whole bunch of storage in a property that they're looking to sell. What happened with our particular seller was not only did he need help with moving, he also needed help with the storage side of things. A lot of the like self-storage places will give you your first month for free or like $1. I think U-Haul, if you run a truck from them, typically throws in a month of storage. So if you get a little creative with this, I think you're going to see a lot of conversions. You guys absolutely loved years ago when we rolled out the comic pieces. You guys have killed it with the Americana pieces that we've got. And I think this piece is just going to be a great tool to add to your tool belt. I don't think there's a single owner occupant whose house you've bought that would have turned down help with moving. Head on over to ballpointmarketing.com and either book a free strategy session or snag yours today. Thank you guys for taking the time to hang out with me. I'm actively investing, which means we're constantly coming up with new ways to help you get more deals at a lower cost per acquisition. If you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe. Again, my name is Ryan Dossey. I want to just thank you for all of the support you guys have given our YouTube channel as well as our companies. Hope you're having a great week and talk to you soon.